What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this one's actually very interesting. We've been getting a lot of reports out, not only today, but also yesterday as well, about how impactful trickle up economics is actually working. What we've been getting reports on is that everyone was saying that, oh, trickle down economics, that is the way to do business. That is the way to run the government. But as of right now, trickle up economics is actually working much better. And this has many lawmakers discussing the fact that we need additional stimulus checks, we need more unemployment benefits, we need additional child tax credits, we need more rentals, we need all this stuff. Because we need to help the little guys. We need to help the lower income individuals, the lower income families, and then the middle class will be pushed up. The upper class will be pushed even higher. The billionaires, the trillionaires, they're going to make a lot of money, right? There's really no trillionaires, but you get the idea. Here's what we know. Right now, and first off, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you guys for joining me on this video as well. One thing I just want to ask is if you enjoy these updates, can you go ahead, give this video a like? It really does help out the channel. One thing that we know is right now, the fourth stimulus check is not being seen as something that should happen. This is something that many lawmakers are calling a need. This is not a want anymore. This is a need. Now, the last stimulus check, the third one, the $1,400 stimulus check, that one came out about a month ago. The first round of checks came out about a month ago. Okay. What we know is that $1,400 stimulus check has worked. It has been impactful. It has actually propelled the economy. It has helped the economy recover. There's the spending, the consumer spending has been up. People are able to pay for their rents. People are able to pay for food. Nutrition assistance, even though it's still there, many families are still getting it. What we have seen, according to reports, is that the amount of money spent for nutrition has actually gone down. And some are saying that is most likely because of the $1,400 stimulus checks. That is good news. We also know that state unemployment benefits are still being paid out. The $300 per week boost is still being implemented as well. This means that the American people are starting to receive their consistent income. We also know there's a big issue with unemployment, though. Reports indicate that only about 41% of the unemployed are actually receiving consistent income. That is a big deal because the federal government has put in billions and billions of dollars into the unemployment insurance programs. And these billions of dollars aren't even going out, which means many Americans are having to survive on their own with their $1,400 stimulus checks, which with any savings they may have from the money they've received from unemployment. They may get this child tax credit. Again, it's not happening yet, but hopefully it will be happening in July, right? We know that. There's rental assistance out there. There's nutrition assistance. Those are all good things. But here's what we know at this point, and this is big, okay? This is major news. There's a big push for a fourth stimulus check, again, because it is needed. It's not a want, it is needed. And some are saying it's not just needed by the American people, it's needed by the economy. It's needed by the United States. This is what we are hearing, is that right now the American people could use the stimulus checks, could use an additional, let's say $1,400. We'll just throw that number out there. Now, again, there's no talks on an additional $1,400, but there's really no talks on a specific amount other than $2,000 per month. And so right now we pretty much just have to come up with a number for the sake of this video. But let's say it's got $1,400 stimulus check. What we are hearing is that the reason why this $1,400 stimulus check is so essential is because the United States, and particularly President Biden, cannot go through another financial crisis like he did in 2008 and 2009 when he was vice president for former President Barack Obama. Some are saying that if that is the case and President Biden has to go through this issue again, he will not be president after his first term. Democrats will not hold the majority in the House or the Senate after 2022. So some Democrats are saying that this is why we have to take big, bold action and we have to do it immediately. If we do not do it immediately, one says we will lose the upcoming election. We will not hold the majority in the House and the Senate. We will be under Republican thumb. So what I tell you right now is, again, it's the political games. We're going to see these political games happen for the next year, and after that, it's going to happen again. So what I can tell you right now is the fourth stimulus check is being seen as needed, not only for the American people, not only for the economy, but for the Democratic Party. So do you see why this is getting so complex at this time? Initially, it was just stimulus checks are needed to help out the American people who are not working. The economy had to shut down, and so because of that, let's give them a $1,200 stimulus check. Every single American, $1,200. $1,200, $1,200, $1,200. Okay, great. Well, then what happened? Then it was, all right, the people are still not working, or they are working, but their unemployment benefits actually ran out. They aren't getting the $600. This was, August 2020? That the unemployment benefits ran out of $600. And so that was the first week of August. Well, then it was former President Donald Trump decided, I'll do an executive order. I'll take some money from FEMA and I'll pay $300 per week for people on unemployment on top of their state benefits. I'll do this for about 6 to 7 weeks. And then, if states want to pitch in an extra $100, they can do that up to $400. And okay, great. Well, that happened, and then that just completely went away. And as soon as those benefits went away, then we knew, okay, the economy started to see, we're starting to go back into this kind of lockdown phase again. This was for the winter of 2020, not too long ago. We're just now kind of getting out of it. But then this is what people were saying is that, okay, if we see this cycle, that, okay, every single year we're going to see this. We're going to see the COVID-19 pandemic kind of, come back around. This is going to be a big issue. So what we're hearing right now is that we need to do trickle-up economics because that is the only way it's going to work. The trickle-down economics will work if people are working. But when you have 19 million people collecting unemployment benefits, that's a large portion of the population that is not going to be helping with the trickle-down economics. So the only way to make it work is there's more lower-income individuals, so let's do trickle-up economics. That's what we're hearing. And so as of right now, if this is the case, trickle up economics, it's tough to say. But if trickle up economics works better than trickle down economics, how do we do this? How do we do this effectively? Well, the talks right now are we need to provide either an additional stimulus check or the big one is universal basic income. Universal basic income is actually being proven right. It's being proven right. Okay, so there's talks on universal basic income. There's talks on additional stimulus check. There's talks on extending the unemployment benefits. There's talks on doing something, making the child tax credit more permanent. All these things impact certain groups of people, but the main people they impact are the lower income individuals, lower income families. People on Social Security would definitely be benefit from this additional stimulus check. Most people won't probably get a child tax credit, but that is a huge benefit as well, especially at $300 per month for a child between 0 and 5 and $250 per month for a child between 6 and 17. Let's say someone on Social Security is taking care of their grandchild for whatever reason. Well, if they're on their tax return and they can go and get this $300 or $250 per month, that's going to be big, especially when the cost of living adjustment for Social Security was only 1.3% in 2021. That was abysmal. That was horrible. But it is what it is. So what I can tell you right now is there's a lot of talks on different things. There's a lot of talks on the fourth stimulus check. And especially coming on the heels of this $1,400. Again, the $1,400 came on the heels of the $600 stimulus check. The $600 came, 8 months after the initial $1,200 stimulus check? And so what lawmakers are talking about right now is we cannot wait an additional 8 months. We cannot wait an additional 6 months to provide another stimulus check. What we know is that the stimulus checks started coming in, let's just say March. Okay, they started coming in March. And now, not all of them did. Some came in April, but let's say they came in March, right? Well, if we wait another 6 months, let me just kind of explain where we're at. We're in March. So we got April, May, June, July, August, September. Congress goes back on recess. Well, they go back on recess a couple times, but they're August recess. They're pretty much gone all of August. They'll come back September. Do you see kind of how this lines up? There is a chance, and this is exactly what some lawmakers are saying, is if we see an additional stimulus check, chances are it comes in the fall. It comes in the fall because we most likely we will not reach herd immunity with the vaccinations. And according to reports, there's like 50% of all Republicans will not get the vaccine. And Dr. Fauci says if 50% of the population does, and again, the math is a little bit off here, but if 50% of the population does not get the vaccine, then we will never reach herd immunity. But again, it's 50% of Republicans, and let's just say there's 50% in the population. There's 50% Republicans, 50% Democrats, right? So it's really 25% of the population would not get the vaccine. But even at 25%, that's still a big number because according to reports, we need to be about 80% vaccinated in order to reach herd immunity. And this also includes children. This also includes adolescents, okay, teens. And as of right now, in Washington State, I think today, actually no, not today. I think maybe it was Friday. I don't remember exactly when. But one of the past few days that children or teens 16 and older all teens can go and get the vaccine here in Washington State. That's just here in Washington State. Other states obviously do different things. But what I can tell you is right now, the big worry is we will probably need an additional stimulus check in the fall because case counts are going to increase. States will most likely go on another lockdown. And if all this stuff happens again, what we're going to see is the American people are going to be frustrated that they don't have a job. They've been out of work for, let's say, 18 months. They're coming up on their next winter, their next Christmas, all without family members if they do the social distancing and all that. Some are just going to be tired of it. And what I can tell you right now is the only way to fix this, okay, according to reports, is with trickle-up economics. We have to provide for the little guys. We have to provide for the lower income individuals, lower income families, because those are the ones that run this country. Those are the ones that are doing the most. Maybe they aren't the CEOs of companies. Maybe they aren't the president, the vice president, senators and things like that. But the lower income individuals, there's more of us than are of the millionaires and billionaires. And so that's what's currently being talked about is we have to provide for the lower income individuals, lower income families, because that right there is what is going to impact this economy. That is what is going to drive the economic recovery. So as of right now, that is what we know. I just want to thank you guys for watching again. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll be on tomorrow, do a quick little update. Probably tomorrow evening, I will do a questions and answers style video. So if you guys have questions, please ask them down in the comment section below. I'm going to go and pull a bunch of your questions, answer them specifically so that you guys hopefully can get the answers that you've been looking for. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.